mighty club, we know, we're on the way to victory. Let's go, we'll fight the fight, we'll show our might, we'll do our best for the black and white, for we're mighty proud of the mighty black and white. We're mighty proud of the mighty black and white. The Magpies are a mighty club, we know, we'll celebrate at our Magpie Club. Let's go, we'll win the fight, we'll show our might, we'll do our best for the black and white, for we're mighty proud of the mighty black and white. We're mighty proud of the mighty black and white. Magpies are a mighty club, we know, we're on the way to victory. Let's go, we'll fight the fight, we'll show our might, we'll do our best for the black and white, for we're mighty proud of the mighty black and white. We're mighty proud of the mighty black and white. The Magpies are a mighty club, we know, we celebrate at our Magpie Club. Let's go, we'll win the fight, we'll show our might, we'll do our best for the black and white, for we're mighty proud of the mighty black and white. We're mighty proud of the mighty black and white.
We're from Tigerland, a fighting fury, we're from Tigerland. In any weather you will see us with a grin, risking head and chin. If we're behind we never mind, we fight and win. Oh, we're from Tigerland, we never weaken till the final siren blows. Like the tigers of old, we're strong and we're bold. Oh, we're from Tiger, yellow and black. Oh, we're from Tiger, eat 'em alive. Oh, we're from Tigerland. Oh, we're from Tigerland, a fighting fury, we're from Tigerland. In any weather you will see us with a grin, risking head and chin. If we're behind we never mind, we fight and win. Oh, we're from Tigerland, we never weaken till the final siren blows. Like the tigers of old, we're strong and we're bold. Oh, we're from Tiger, yellow and black. Oh, we're from Tiger, eat 'em alive. Oh, we're from Tigerland. Oh, we're from Tigerland.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to TIO Stadium in Darwin on beautiful Larrakia country tonight for round 4 of the 2022-23 TIO NTFL Under-18 Girls competition between Palmerston and Nightcliff. The game tonight, Liz Cruz and Stu Davis in the commentary box. How are you going, Stu?
Very good, thank you.
That's good. It's a beautiful night out here in Darwin as the umpire holds the ball aloft, and we're going to get the game straight underway.
So it's Palmerston kicking to right of screen, and Nightcliff with the first clearance down towards the front end of the centre square. Kick out by Palmerston defence down there. Short handball by Baldwin from Palmerston. Didn't quite find a teammate working in hard underneath. They get the ball out again. A quick kick forward by Sahara Murdoch from Nightcliff, and it's back into some congestion here, an opportunity to get it out, and now they do, and that was Murdoch again who kicks wide to the outer side of the ground where there's a bit of space, but that plays down pretty quickly in the end by the Palmerston defenders. And now back in the middle of the ground, and Nightcliff looking to go forward, but a strong tackle there, swung around 360 degrees, and that'll be Palmerston free kick to Charlotte Rising right in the middle of the ground. She kicks forward of centre now, ball spills out of the marking contest, and Nightcliff looking to break away.
So, quick hands out. We're just going to try and fix the audio here, but a great pick up there by the Palmerston player, and she's going to get her kick away, push it into the forward line. Chopped off there, though, by Nightcliff, and the ball has hit the ground. Oh, that should be in the back, but the umpire lets it go on, and Nightcliff are going to try and clear it out right in front of the grandstand here at TIO Stadium.
I think I'm back on, Liz.
G'day, Stu.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're back because you're a way better play-by-play commentator than me.
So it's Palmerston who've got it down towards half forward. That's a good hand pass across, and now Waterbury kicks long inside forward 50. It's a pretty open forward line as the ball just falls short of the player on the lead, and now a quick hand pass out, and Palmerston looking to get it in towards the goal, and the first score of the game, reaching in and picking up, getting the hand pass over the top, and now caught with the ball there was Jessica Pick, but in fact she was caught high, I think, and it's going to be a free kick to Palmerston inside their forward 50, about 30 metres out, directly in front.
Yeah, it looks like Sarah Rankin's there for the Magpies. Impressed by Taylor Waterbury so far tonight, though, Stu.
Yeah, she was good the other night when we covered the Palmerston game, and that ball just fell short, and it remains in play on the outer side of the ground, picked up in there for Palmerston by Magindi, but again no clear possession. Waterbury gets the kick in. Here's a chance for Palmerston. They've got a 2-on-1 in the goal square, but solid defence in the end, and just smothered it off the boot and saw it trickle through for a behind, which is the first score of the game.
Great defence there by the Tigers player. I haven't picked up her number yet. They're actually very hard to see from up here, but they do show up all right on the screen. But again, it was Taylor Waterbury that got that ball forward for Palmerston.
So Nightcliff through the hands, the kick smothered, a long kick in by Hannah Burgoyne, goes right to the goal square. The bounce favours Nightcliff here, and an opportunity to run it out of defence, and now the kick comes out towards half-back where Palmerston again with the numbers, and I think it's Waterbury again on the end of this, kicks long towards goal, but just sliding off the side a bit and through for a minor score again.
So 3.5 minute mark of the first quarter here at TIO Stadium, and yes, the Magpies just 2 behinds, and Nightcliff will bring it in. They're going to switch over to the St Mary's Clubhouse side this time.
So no mark taken out there, but in the action for Palmerston is Mia Gross. She gets caught with the ball, but play-on's the call as it spills out, and she's in the action again. Just can't take it cleanly this time, and a hand pass comes across, and ball on the 50-metre line for Palmerston's attacking area. Just moving in and ducking around, getting a quick kick forward as Emma Clifton, and the ball
went through everyone.
It's a kick from the goal square. I think it might have just snuck in, and I think you'll find that was Jessica Pick again in the action for Palmerston.
I think it was Sarah Rankin, sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Wrong
wrong
team
side.
there, but that's okay. Still number 6, but yeah, great footwork there by Majindi. Hopefully I'm saying her surname correctly, and it just saw the ball clear everyone, and opportunist goal there out the back. So Palmerston have had all the scoring opportunities so far tonight, and they lead 1-8 to Nightcliff yet to score.
Maybe we can all settle down a bit now, Liz, and get ourselves organised.
It's Friday night, Stu. That's all right.
And it's late.
We'll get there eventually, past our bedtime.
Yeah, 8:10 start. It's very late, but game's underway again, and it's Nightcliff first hands on the ball, but couldn't pick it up, and Palmerston have just hacked it forward here, but coming strongly out of defence and trying to hand pass free for Nightcliff was Oliver, but the ball spilled out, and now here's an opportunity through the hands as Tyler Gaffer was involved for Nightcliff, and out the back again. It's a contested ball in the middle of the ground. Quick hands out the back, and a quick kick forward by Tia Graham for Palmerston, and it's Waterbury with the opportunity, gets the hand pass back, and now a chip across, but this time it's chopped off, and it's Risinger for Nightcliff who takes that mark, and she clears from just forward of half back into the centre of the ground, but Palmerston standing strong, and bursting out of the pack there was Talia Smith, and there's a whistle on the play though.
Yeah, Taylor Smith's been really busy tonight, but it looks like a Nightcliff free kick there in the centre circle. I'm not too sure who that is. It might be... no, it's not who I thought it was. I was going to say it might be Lucy, but anyway, the kick's away, and this is Nightcliff's first real sort of entry towards their forward line for the night.
Scramble for the ball on the ground, and stacks on pretty strong work by the Palmerston defence, and reaching in and picking it up was Sienna Kelly, but the kick comes out of that congestion now down towards half forward for Palmerston. Across half back there for Nightcliff, working hard was Hannah Burgoyne again, and also in there helping was Murdoch, but she got caught with the ball, and an illegal disposal is the call from the umpire, and Waterbury will take the free kick. She chips the ball in towards half forward, and a mark almost taken there. It was taken, a strong mark by Agnes Majindi, and she's right on the 50-metre line, so she's looking at options ahead of her now, and just chips in short eventually, and on the lead running out to it was nicely done once again down there by Sarah Rankins, and Rankins kicks long straight down the middle of the ground to just outside of the goal square. Some strong body work sees Nightcliff with the opportunity to clear it out of defence. The hack kick comes out, and now they've got it out towards the 50-metre area, but Palmerston working strongly in there. Reaching in and picking up the ball was Taylor Smith, but she got dispossessed, and Nightcliff clear it from half back. Mark Spilt down there, and through the hands there's a whistle on the play for holding, and it's going to be a Nightcliff free kick. Yeah,
another free kick to Nightcliff here. Taylor Smith been really impressive for Palmerston so far. I think the Palmerston girls are just keeping their feet a lot better, whereas Nightcliff are going to the ground. The ball didn't quite make it to Nightcliff's forward line a few minutes ago, but let's see what they can do here. 8-minute mark of the first quarter here at TIO Stadium in Darwin.
So elects to go to the outer side of the ground, where running onto it out there was Mia Gross. She picks up and furthers it along the outer side of the ground, and here's a real opportunity for Nightcliff going inside 50 now, running back with the flight of the ball, trying to keep it in play, but just can't do so, and it trickles over the boundary line, and it's about 10 metres around from the behind post, so we'll have a restart in the Nightcliff forward 50.
So Nightcliff's coach tonight, Andrew Rock, and Palmerston Raymond Byatt. The umpire will ball it up again. So some good defence down there by Palmerston, just held the Nightcliff forwards out, and now a strong tackle. Ball spills free. Another strong tackle in there by Tia Graham from Palmerston, and they've worked the ball out towards half back now outside of defensive 50 and trickling inside the centre square. Some good teamwork down there, and then eventually a quick kick forward by Matilda Wilson,
and Nightcliff in some space. Ball's brought back in towards the corridor inside the forward 50, but strong Palmerston defence again, caught with the ball, incorrect disposal, and it's...
I think it was Sarah Rankins there, sorry, with the tackle was Jessica Pick from Nightcliff.
She kicks long towards goal. The goal square's empty, but this one's just offline, but she's got a teammate down there who swings around, tried to get a kick to the ball, was Risinger, but just missed her foot there. Play on's the call as it spills in. Risinger's in there again. She gets the hand pass out as she's tackled, and Nina Dean clears for Palmerston out to half-back. Running across half-back there is Baldwin for Palmerston. Got a hand pass out, but wasn't very effective, and that's almost a throw, but play on's the call. And a quick kick forward gives Nightcliff an opportunity going inside towards the forward pocket down there, but strong defensive work once again by Taylor Smith, and she's found her teammate at halfback in Tashani Graham.
Yeah, lovely juggling mark there, and Taylor Smith making a lot of ground. She was in the forward line a minute ago. I liked Risinger's Jared Brennan one-hander before Stu.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive skills. That should be a free kick.
Yeah, that's a clumsy tackle, and it's Tyler Gaffer with the free kick for Nightcliff. She runs around the player on the mark now, and it's a bit of a fortunate kick into the hands of her teammate at centre half forward, and that's Sahara Murdoch, who kicks long inside forward 50 now. Coming across the front of the pack for Nightcliff was Julia Pollen. Now gets a kick in towards goal. It's bouncing. It's going to bounce all the way through, I think, and through for Nightcliff's first goal of the game. And they've had it down there for the last 2 or 3 minutes, and this time a long kick in, the goal square was open, and just bounced through for the goal.
Yeah, well done by Julia Pollen, just being physical there and just crashing the pack and kicking that goal. She's played all of her footy in juniors for Nightcliff Tigers, and it's her second year of under 18 girls, as we just watch the replay here, just coming in and started from behind but just crashed the pack and picked it up and got the kick off to Lakaya Rabbit, who kicked the goal, so we'll make sure we give her that. Lakaya's played all her juniors for Wanderers, and she's made the move to Nightcliff Tigers this year to play her second season of under 18 girls, and it was great to see one of Nightcliff's under 18s, Deontay Shepherd-Greenoff, make a Premier League debut for the women's last week, so they're certainly pushing their juniors. So the score now, Palmerston Magpies 1-8, leading Nightcliff one straight goal.
So clock ticks over 12 minutes in the first quarter, not too long to go, and it's a pretty even contest now. Palmerston had most of the play early, and now they're looking to go forward again through Baldwin, but the ball's reached half forward. Baldwin in there again, takes possession, wasn't quite sure what to do there as she was caught on the left foot, and eventually got the hand pass back, caught with it there for Palmerston. The quick kick came out, and that was Bonnie McNeil, and now they've got the ball into the forward pocket. Running across defensively there was Emma Clifton, just struggled to take possession, but now here's an opportunity for Palmerston once again as Majindi gets the kick across the front of the goal square, and bit of fancy footwork to try to bring the ball back into the corridor, and they've put themselves into a bit of trouble here as Palmerston players come in and really ramp up the pressure, but the Nightcliff defence looks like it might hold out here. They're still trying to work the ball through the hands, and eventually the kick comes out from Murdoch to half back, but strong work at half forward there for Palmerston by Bonnie McNeil. She gets the ball into the top of the goal square. Ball's free there, but Nightcliff working really hard defensively, but that's a dangerous kick into the corridor, and there's Palmerston players camped there, and a quick hand pass across there by Tashani Graham finds a teammate, but the kick towards goal is just scraped through for a behind, and with about 10 seconds to go on the clock till quarter time, that might just about be the end of the scoring for the first quarter.
Well, Bonnie McNeil's another one I've been impressed with so far tonight, Stu. She's pretty much got every kick off the half-forward line for Palmerston, as we do hear that siren go. So a pretty even first quarter here at TO Stadium in Darwin. We will go to the quarter-time break. Palmerston Magpies 1, 3-9, leading Nightcliff one straight goal.
To the left,
Paul Gill, the radio they go.
Wow, what a goal to start the game.
Picked up by McParr. Beautiful. Goes for home and has nailed an absolute ripstorter.
From the pocket, and he's kicked an absolute ripper.
Welcome back to TIO Stadium in Darwin for the second quarter of this round 4 under-18 girls game between Palmerston and Nightcliff. We've had a pretty even first quarter. It is Palmerston Magpies 1-3-9, leading Nightcliff one straight goal. Goal kickers for Palmerston were Sarah Rankins and Tigers Lakaya Rabbit. A pretty even first quarter, Stu.
Yeah, it was almost a quarter of two halves, if you like, wasn't it? Palmerston had all the play early, and then Nightcliff had it camped down there in the end, and we've ended up at quarter time with a pretty even scoreline as we're underway again, and Nightcliff win the first clearance and get it down towards half order. That's some clever work down there by Pollen again for Nightcliff. She kicks long down towards full forward, and working strongly out of defence for Palmerston was Charlie Brady, and she kicks long into the centre of the ground. Coming across there for Nightcliff is Hannah Burgoyne, but she just couldn't take possession there, and the Palmerston players swooped on that. The swinging hand pass over the top by Taylor Smith, who's pretty prominent early, and that's a tackle where the ball spilt free. Play on's the call, and Alexis Rowland's perhaps a bit fortunate to get away with that one, but Now the ball spills into some space, and out in front for Palmerston is Magindi again. She's just towed it along the ground and swung around. There was Lily Harden. She got the hand pass across, and Palmerston get it in towards goal, but it's trickling over the boundary line in the right forward pocket, and we'll have a restart deep in the forward line.
It was a great centre clearance for Nightcliff. It looked really promising, and really impressed with Pollen there and her skills so far tonight for the Tigers, but it is in the Palmerston's forward line. It will be a ball up.
So reading the hit out, the kick goes towards goal, but it's just slewed off the side of the boot and out of bounds on the full. So Nightcliff the opportunity to reset in defence there, and Emma Clifton will take the kick in from next to the behind post there. She's looking to run the ball out now and kicks long outside defensive 50. That's a beautiful kick out there, but the mark's spilt by a teammate unfortunately, and now ball being wrestled for on the ground in there for Palmerston. Tia Graham tries to wrest it out of there, but Nightcliff players working equally as hard as it's towed forward, and they've got it back inside forward 50. But again, it's pretty willing in the contest as the quick kick comes out from Burgoyne, and Nightcliff bring it away, and they've got it back into the centre of the ground where there's a wrestle for the ball again as it comes back in, and Rabbit in there got caught with it, spilled out, and now for Palmerston it's Sienna Kelly who's caught with the ball, and it's Nightcliff free kick in the centre of the ground.
Yeah, Nightcliff have really come out firing in this second quarter, showing some really impressive skills as we see the one-handed pick up there by Tully Vlahovic. I think that's how you say your name, so let's see what they can do here with it.
Yeah, just reaching in and getting the hand pass out was Gaffer, but missed the target, but they've still got the opportunity with players around the ball, and picked up again, and now it's Murdoch who got dispossessed down there. A quick kick out of defence by Indy Gervin, and just
Taylor Smith again in the action.
Not going anywhere fast at the moment, is it? It's just a bit tight in close, and
yeah, and the umpire's just letting it go. That kick's come straight out towards the boundary line. It's probably not going to have the distance. There's 3 Palmerston players and 1 Nightcliff player, and she's taken them on there. Great work by Hannah Burgoyne with that tackle, and she's rewarded with a free kick. It is a name we've called a lot tonight, Stu.
Yeah, it is. Pretty powerful so far in the contest, and now kicks inside, but that's well chopped off, and Agnes Magindi takes that intercept mark, and she's got a player free on the wing here. She goes that way, and the pass is good, and she finds Thompson Anaptawi, whose short kick was chopped off once again by Burgoyne, but she got tackled as she went to kick the ball, but eventually Nightcliff get it down forward of centre now, right out here near the boundary line. Some strong defensive work down here for Palmerston by Piper Gotch, and it's thumped back in by Jessica Pick for Nightcliff, and they've got it down towards half forward, and comes off the hands of a couple of players there and over the boundary line, and we'll have a restart just inside the boundary here.
Looks like umpire Andrew Wainwright there, one of the umpires tonight, so he'll throw the ball up there. Both teams seem to have lifted their intensity a bit in this second quarter.
So the quick kick out of defence by Gotch, and now Magindi picks up and swings the ball forward. Ball bounces free, running onto it down there nicely for Palmerston was Tiller. She hooked the kick in towards half forward, and now an opportunity. It picks up nicely, hand pass misses her target there, but she butters up and collects it herself, picks up now, steadies herself and kicks inside forward 50, but strong defensive work, and Nightcliff bring it away towards the open spaces of the outer side of the ground. But first there is going to be Waterbury for Palmerston. She kicks the ball back inboard into the corridor, and a nice contested mark taken down there, and Graham kicks long inside forward 50. Running onto it down there was Talia Parry, but just lost her footing in the end, and now the ball spills free, and Lily Harden's involved again. Again, strong contested work as the players try to free it out. Toe poked off the ground down there by Martina Oliver, and the ball goes over the boundary line. And
looks like Burgoyne on the sidelines there, just talking with her coach. Well, Palmerston are sitting on second on the ladder at the moment with 2 wins and 1 loss, while Nightcliff have just played the 2 games and had 1 and 1, and they're sitting 6th on the ladder. It's only early in the season though, so good hit out tonight will do both teams well.
So from the stoppage, the long kick goes in towards goal. It's going all the way through, I think it is, and just trying to pick up who that player was now as everyone gathers round, and hopefully we'll have a replay that'll help us here. But that was a terrific finish from the stoppage, and here it comes now as the long kick comes in, and yeah, that's a kick from about 35 metres out, and we will pick up who that player was.
So a second goal to Palmerston. The score now 2 goals 3-15, leading Nightcliff just the 1 straight goal. Palmerston now with 5 scoring shots to 1. So they're on the board again and just stretching that lead out a little bit. The 7-minute mark of the second quarter here at TIO Stadium in Darwin. You're watching AFL&T's coverage of the 2022-23 TIO NTFL season.
So it's Palmerston with the clearance from the centre bounce and running onto it down here. Harden reaches in, picks it up. She's tackled with the ball, didn't dispose of it properly, and she'll be penalised, and a Nightcliff free kick. Yeah,
well done by the Nightcliff player there, just to pin the arms, and she couldn't get the handball away. So they're going to kick it out towards the wing, but well read there by the Palmerston player who was that? Taylor Smith again.
Yep.
I should know, I've called her name enough tonight.
So she just forces it out of the congestion there, but it was Nightcliff first there, swooping in for Palmerston as Tashani Graham got the hand pass out. They're just trying to clear it from the pack in there now. Graham eventually gets it out and finds herself some space and kicks inside forward 50. Mark Spilt back there in defence for Nightcliff, but I think there might be a holding free kick here, and it's Nightcliff with the opportunity just to settle things out of defence and take it outside of their defensive 50. The ball free on the ground. A wild hand pass inboard by Rabbit, but there's a whistle on the play here, and it's going to be a Palmerston free kick, and no time wasted as they run the ball and kick long inside forward 50. There's a marking contest down there. The ball spills to ground. I think that one's hit the behind post, and again we'll have a restart in the right forward pocket for Palmerston.
So I think that was Taylor Smith again. She's been excellent tonight for the Magpies, and just getting that ball forward again as we ball it up, and it looks like Palmerston are going to get the clearance.
There's a quick kick in. It goes across the face of goal, and first there is Palmerston again. A quick shot towards goal. It's going right onto the goal line, but just touched through. So yeah, it was Tanisha Wilson who did the work in the forward pocket, got the ball back into the goal square, but good defensive work down there by Martina Oliver, and forced it through for a rush behind.
So the score, Palmerston 2-4-16, leading Nightcliff just the 1 straight goal.
So good use of the ball coming out of defence, and now Nightcliff round the outer side of the ground. Emma Clifton goes long to the wing. She's got a player in some space out here if she can control the ball. Bridget Jackson it was, and she couldn't, but Nightcliff still have possession as they're looking to work it into the hands of their ball users down there. Rabbit picks up now and swings back inboard, kicks long down towards the centre of the ground, but strong defensive work again by Tully Blavik for Palmerston. She kicks long down towards half forward where her teammate Rani Tiller's involved, and again it's Taylor Smith who, racking up the possessions, gets another one inside forward 50 this time, and that beats everyone over the boundary line, and another stoppage.
So I was just talking to Laith Waterbury, who's the Southern District's under-18 coach, and they've actually lent Palmerston 4 players on permit tonight, so to ensure that the game went ahead, and Taylor Waterbury obviously one of them. So good spirit of the game there to keep the competition going in the under-18 girls, where we know numbers have been a bit light on across the competition this season.
So the ball at half forward, and working hard there was Tia Graham. She's just a bit casual there and got caught with the ball, and so it's a Nightcliff free kick, and it's Ella Lauritsen at half back.
Great tackle there by Lauritsen. She's going to take her time going back to try and hit a teammate from that defensive clearance.
Just overcooked the kick a bit over the head of her intended target, but they've still got the numbers there if they can be clean in the position here, and picking it up down there was Clifton. She got caught with the ball but managed to get the hand pass out, but strong work across half back, and the mark's taken by Charlie Brady. Brady kicks the ball back into the centre of the ground. Mark couldn't be taken, and again strong tackling, and the ball spills free, and a quick kick forward. Good body work once again, and now Waterbury picks up and kicks long inside forward 50 for Palmerston. The marking contest down there, but terrific defensive work by Oliver once again for Nightcliff, but a kick goes straight to opponent Piper Gotch, and Gotch takes that mark and now chips the ball in towards half forward. Well, the mark not quite taken, but some good teamwork down there. Sees the kick in by Graham into some open space in the right forward pocket, and Nightcliff just trying to keep it in play as the kick comes out of defence by Oliver once again, and they've worked it out towards half back, but trying to tap it forward was nicely picked up and kicked in towards goal, and I think that's a terrific finish. Taylor Smith once again, and it is a goal, and Palmerston really piling on the pressure now as Taylor Smith just getting touches at will.
We had her in our best in the first quarter, and again in the second quarter she's just continued to provide that pressure. You just watch her, she picks it up cleanly, 3 or 4 steps, and chucks it on the boot and kicks another goal for the Palmerston Magpies. So the score now 3-4-22, a leading Nightcliff, 1 straight goal, and again Taylor Waterbury really important in a couple of minutes before that, getting that ball forward for Palmerston.
So the clock ticks down, about a minute to go in this second quarter. So Nightcliff not on the board in this quarter so far, and they'd be looking to get this stoppage and get themselves back into the contest a bit. As the hand pass comes over the top, there's a chance, but that kick's smothered and thumped away again, and now the ball out wide into space. Nightcliff are going to be first here, and it's picked up, and a quick kick forward, running onto it down here, and hooking around the corner for Nightcliff was Murdoch. Gets it inside forward 50. The Palmerston defence under plenty of pressure if they can get it out, but nicely done around the back of the pack there for
I think it was
Palmerston by Elsie.
Elsie Harden.
Yeah,
and a great mark there by Burgoyne. She's been impressive tonight. She's been everywhere for the Tigers as she boots that back in on the left foot. It's just going to roll towards the boundary line.
Nightcliff are going to be first here, and again the quick kick comes in from Reisinger, but it's chopped off in defence, and Palmerston bring it away grandstand side as the siren goes to end the first half here, and after a pretty even first quarter, Palmerston have just stretched that lead out with the only couple of goals of the second quarter, Liz.
Yeah, that's right, Stu. They've held the Tigers scoreless in the second quarter. Tigers were competitive, but Palmerston got the runs on the board. So we'll go to the halftime break. Palmerston 3-4-22, leading Nightcliff Tigers 1 straight goal.
Big kick inside 50. Gee, that was a very creative mark there. And he plays on Joe Salmon. A quick kick to his full forward in Calder, and that is very quick off the mark from St Mary's.
So might put this one through as well, I'd say.
Runs around and he's happy with that. A little fist pump, and the first goal is on the board. St Mary's go 1 goal straight, 6 leading Pint yet to score. Working it back forward again. Now with Chalmers, who's been one of the better players, then got off to Saudi. He went to goal, and that's a big kick. That's their first ever goal in the Men's Premier League here at their home ground, DXC Arena. So
Yeoman was an absolute standout for Southern Districts. Jackson Calder plays on.
You don't see that happen often.
No, you don't. You get tackled.
Gee, that's well across the face. Still might work for them. Silva, Yusuf. Gee, what a goal that was. He's just bananaed it through. Kicked his second, and he's been on fire the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yusuf tackled. Ball comes out now, St Mary's to mop it up. Not a great one. Ciavarella, he snaps it round the corner and kicks a goal.
Yeah, well, opportunist goal there by Ciavarella. Another.
Line out. Rolls around, goes to full forward, and he's hit late,
down,
so
yeah.
a free kick.
Toa just ran in. It wasn't too underward, but it'll be downfield.
Is it to Ryan?
No, not sure. Yeah, it looks like Ryan. And
he's very happy with it. Kicks it, and that is through the big sticks.
For his third petition, that'll be icing on the cake.
Ciavarella snaps towards goal, and that, you would say, is the sealer. He's been very good tonight. That's his second, and he extends the margin out to 32 points.
Overalls there, ball spills, Wilson, overall calls for it, on his right boot, long handball over the top, back in front of Wilson, Hams missed the tackle, allowed Wilson to play on. And well done by the old fella there. Missed tackle there by Hams, unfortunately. He's a tough man to bring down, he's a big unit. Can't take. Picked up there by Adam Parry. Ball spills loose. Round the corner by the Nightcliff player. Geez, a chance to be touched, but they're not claiming it. That's a great goal. Great kick. Who was that? Lachlan Hooperts. Yep. Butler's getting the best of him. Well read there by Mensch. Slams it on his left boot. Ball goes, Eddie's lurking there. Guthrie's run on hard. Out in front of Eddie. Eddie on his left. Brings it round the corner beautifully. And right on cue before quarter time, Eddie kicks Palmerston's first goal.
Promo from Eddie Betts there.
Set of umpiring shots I've ever seen. Handball there, goes to the Palmerston player. He spins round, and all their hard work inside this 50 this quarter pays off. Keeps it in front, spins inboard. He's got Eddie leading hard at it, or just at his bootlaces there. Couldn't grab it. Crowd scream ball. Varco, he's got his boot to it. Varco off the ground. He's the one who put that inside 50. And late in this second quarter gets a much needed goal for Palmerston. They're right back in this. Forks the call out the back. Farah on his favoured left foot. Sticks it out in front of Eddie. Eddie turns on his left boot. It's an open goal square. Eddie Betts, thank you very much. From the pocket, he kicks his third. He's looking alive, and Palmerston hit the front. The defensive zone. That's a beautiful kick down there. 60 metres out, taken by Bowles. He's on his natural left foot. He's going to go to the top of the square. He's almost gone better than that. That's cleared. Dropped there by Wilson. Scott can't pick up. Over the top to Wilson. Wilson on his left foot gets some purchase on it and puts it through. And that's a much-needed goal to Nightcliff. And we've got a game of footy on our hands. Yep. Board gives it back to Mensch. Mensch on his favoured left foot, sends it inside 50, over the back there, dropped by Aunt Cox. Was that Eddie? Picked up by Eddie on the right boot. Thank you very much. Eddie Betts, that's your fifth, I believe. He's running on top of the ground in this last quarter. He gives it there to John O'Farah. John O'Farah gets a little one in board and hits up the hard-leading Aunt Cox. box. I'd love a goal here, Palmerston. Hits it pretty well. Goal umpire doesn't move a whisker. Thank you, mother, for the rabbits. Palmerston are up by 6 points.
Welcome back to TIO Stadium in Darwin for Friday night footy. It is round 4 in the 2022-23 TIO NTFL competition. Tonight's under-18 girls game between Palmerston and Nightcliff. Liz Cruz and Stu Davis in the commentary box. And an even first quarter, Stu, but Palmerston got on top of the Tigers in the second quarter.
Yeah, had just good players around the ball, didn't they? Just kept giving their forwards opportunities, and yeah, some of those girls really good skills, and just kept thumping it in there and holding it in. I'm
liking the look of this ruck battle already. You got Taylor Waterbury on one side and Burgoyne on the other side. Both have been in the best for their team so far tonight.
So Waterbury just jumps over the top, gets her hand to the ball and knocks it forward, and running onto it down there was Lily Harden. Swings back inside now and kicks long towards half forward, and running onto it down there, or overrunning it down there for Palmerston was Sarah Rankins as the ball goes out towards the boundary line, hacked off the ground, but that's probably not the smartest thing to do, because
that'll be a free kick, Stu.
Yes,
so,
last touch rule.
So that looks like who's that for Palmy running over to take the kick? Rani Tiller, so she'll take the kick. Good to see Courtney Bailey on the coaching bench there for the Nightcliff Tigers, a former Women's Premier League player. Always great to have past players still around helping out around the club. So the kick comes in, and Waterbury just crashes the pack again. She's been super impressive tonight, just putting pressure on, and she's going to hold that ball in to the Nightcliff player, but the umpire will ball it up.
So we're at half forward, airport into the ground as from the restart. Reaching in for Palmerston was Tanisha Wilson. She got the hand pass out, but now Nightcliff looking to work it out through the hands. The ball nicely smothered down there by Harden once again, and now a quick kick forward by Carly McDonald, and chance in the goal square. Oh, the kick comes back across the face of goal, but Palmerston still an opportunity. Strong defence down there, sees the ball spill out, but again Palmerston with the numbers. The kick comes in towards goal, just offline. That was Tanisha Wilson once again, and just a minor score to start the scoring in the second half.
Yeah, it was some good defence there, though, by Nightcliff, and just another point on the board for Palmerston Magpies. The score now 3-5-23, leading Nightcliff, who just kicked that one goal in the first quarter.
Ashley Hughes brings it back into the outer side of the ground and manages to get it outside of defensive 50. There's a tug of war on for the ball down there, and no one can pull it free, as it was Thompson, Anabtawi and Rabbit that were wrestling for it on the ground. The hit out down there by Burgoyne, but it's Palmerston who win the kick from the stoppage, and comes back in, and that's nicely chopped off, and I think it's Emma Clifton across half-back who takes that intercept mark and now looks to get the ball moving quickly forward, and a good pass, and another strong mark taken by Ella Lauritsen for Nightcliff. And this looks a bit more promising as she looks to bring the ball back through the corridor. She's got a player that's probably a bit too far away from her, and Palmerston have closed that down pretty well in the end as boots go in and they try to get it out, but plenty of numbers again, and another strong tackle and thrown to the ground. Holding the ball's the decision. I think that's fair enough too. The ball spilt loose in the tackle, and now Nightcliff have got players running wide at half forward. The ball just bounces out of the marking contest down there, reaching in and picking it up as Murdoch for Nightcliff gets the kick inside forward 50. Here's an opportunity, but a strong tackle as Matilda Wilson was trying to break free towards goal, and the strong tackle. And
I think it's Indy Gervin with the tackle in the number 4 Guernsey, getting the kick out now, and Rani Tiller just leaves the ball behind. No, she's got it again. Quick hands off to her Palmerston teammate, and they're just trying to get that clear of the centre square.
But it's Nightcliff who thump it back inside forward 50 now, and ball spills free to Palmerston. Have worked back pretty well in numbers as they just try to tap it out, but there's a high tackle here, and it's a Palmerston free kick deep in defence.
Yeah, just the numbers there, Palmerston. They had 3-on-1 around the ball, but on the flip side, it leaves a player free for Nightcliff. So good mark there by Tully Vlahovic, and we've said her name a few times tonight. So she'll kick it from about 40 metres out, though it might be just out of her range, but hopefully Tigers have got someone set up in the goal square.
So she kicks it high towards the top of the square. Ball slips over the back of the pack there, and now there's plenty of numbers around the ball as they try to juggle it out. Nightcliff obviously trying to get into some space in their scoring area, but picked up and run out of defence by Graham once again for Palmerston, and they've worked the ball down towards the centre of the ground where Waterbury paddles it in front of herself and then loses possession as she was confronted by an opponent. Reaching in there for Nightcliff was Pollen. She got caught with the ball. Play on's the call as Nightcliff still trying to work it out on the outer side of the ground. They get it through the hands now, and now the long kick forward by Oliver down towards half forward. Sees the ball slip over the back of the marking contest, and slick hand pass on ground level, but nicely trapped there by Vlahovic again, and she kicks the ball inside now down towards the top of the goal square as the Palmerston defenders scramble in defence, and it's cleared out of there by Sienna Kelly, but only as far here as Burgoyne again, I think, and her kick goes down to the goal square, but Palmerston again. But they're going straight down the corridor, and Nightcliff players are lined up down there, but reaching in and picking up Harden missed the fist almost with their attempted hand pass, and Nightcliff able to swoop. Rabbit's in there involved again, picks up and kicks high forward, and the ball spills to the front, but no mark taken. Sienna Kelly got a quick kick to it, and then the ball's hacked out down towards the centre of the ground. Players not sure who should go for it and who should shepherd, and eventually the hand pass comes out, and Pick gets a kick out towards the outer side, and running onto it down here is Lauritsen for Nightcliff, but she gets bundled out of the way, and Palmerston players manage to get their hands on the ball, but again it's a bit of a scramble kick out of the pack. It goes out towards the boundary line. It looks like it's going to stay in momentarily, but then it's just smothered. The hand pass is smothered over the boundary line, and so it'll be a ball up again.
Yeah, over in front of the Wanderers shed, the 6.5 minute mark of the third quarter here at TIO Stadium. Umpire Gary Neenan will throw that in. It's not too hot tonight. I'd rather be playing a night game, Stu, than middle of the day out there.
Yeah, pretty pleasant here at the moment as Rabbit gets that kick in, but strong in defence for Palmerston is Tia Graham, but the kick's not the best, and gives Nightcliff the opportunity. It's still in the danger area there, but again, some good work by Sienna Kelly as Palmerston worked the ball towards half-back. In there for Palmerston was Lily Harden. I think she caught one over the shoulder, and she'll take the free kick at half-back for Palmerston. She chips it forward now, but Mike's spilt down there, and Nightcliff again with the opportunity as Ella Lauritsen gets involved. She gets tackled as she tries to hand pass, and now the kick comes down in front of the grandstand here, and there's a foot race on between two players and a bit of body work, and it's Drew Cook for Nightcliff, who worked pretty hard in the end and managed to force it over the boundary line as Talia Parry came in and put the pressure on. So
yeah, well done by Drew Cook. She's come from the Catherine Camels in the Big Rivers Football League, and played a bit for the Darwin Buffaloes. So she's in her second season of under 18 girls, as we see that ball up again just in front of the grandstand here at TIO Stadium.
So reaching in there for Palmerston was Oliver, and she got caught with the ball and couldn't dispose of it properly as Carly McDonald laid the tackle, and she'll go back and take the free kick. Can't mistake those boots anywhere, Liz.
They're great. But I was going to say Oliver got done there, but I've been impressed by her tonight. She's really tried hard for Nightcliff coming out of defence. So she was deep in defence and she's pushed forward a bit, and Nightcliff are going to try and get that ball across to Sahara Murdoch.
Yeah, Emma Clifton was involved in that one again, and she's also been good across half-back, and there's a free kick here. Strong tackle rewarded, and it's Rabbit again, I think.
So
and
just the 1 point scored so far in this third quarter by Palmerston. So Nightcliff really holding their own.
So Graham gets the quick kick out, but there's a wall of Nightcliff players here. If the ball bounces kindly for them, it does in the end, and it's Pollen who thumps the ball back inside forward 50 for Nightcliff, and on the ground first there for Palmerston was Tashani Graham, but again it's Nightcliff with a wall across half forward there, just keeping the ball in play, and Graham again takes possession, kicks out of defence round the outer side of the ground, but Nightcliff again in numbers just try to work it back in. Waterbury does the shepherding as Graham comes in. She doesn't pick the ball up quickly, trying to convince the umpire that she should get a free kick there. That's not paid, and play on's the call, and now Nightcliff round that half forward flank, get the ball inside forward 50, but there's no one on the end of that, and Palmerston thump it out again, but again there's a wall of Nightcliff players as Lauritsen gets involved and gets it over to Clifton, but Palmerston looking to bring it back again as Rani Tiller was involved, but
good pressure there by Pollen as well, Julia Pollen. I've been impressed by her tonight for Nightcliff. She actually reminds me of Nightcliff's Women's Premier League captain Hannah Turnbull a little bit in her game, and Hannah of course played her 100th game last weekend in the Women's Premier League, so good signs for Nightcliff coming through with their under 18 girls, as we see another ball up there outside in front of the Wanderers wing, and Taylor Waterbury again wins the ruck tap and gets a kick away.
So at ground level it's Gaffer for Nightcliff who hooks it back, but chopped off out there by Tiller again for Palmerston, and she thumps the ball around the outer side of the ground. There's an opportunity at ground level for Talia Parry, but just couldn't control it, and again some good pressure by Drew Cook in defence, and sees it over the boundary line.
Rani Tiller, she's done a few Ks tonight, I reckon. She's been running around everywhere, been very impressive for the Palmerston Magpies.
So from the restart, ball spills free, and coming out of defence is Clifton again for Nightcliff, kicks long into the centre of the ground, but there's plenty of Palmerston players down there as fighting hard at ground level for Nightcliff was Murdoch. She managed to get the hand pass out, and now they've brought it down towards half forward, but Palmerston strong in defence again. The kick comes out into open space, and a foot race here as Nightcliff have got a 2-on-1 if they can control the ball, but some determined defensive work by Tia Graham for Palmerston, and kept the ball in the area as now Nightcliff have got numbers in, and Emma Clifton once again just runs away and kicks down towards half forward, and mark almost taken there, but spilt to the front. Some good work to get it through the hands, and it's Blahovic again who battled hard and kicked down towards half forward, but Palmerston have worked this out of there pretty well. That hand pass was just delayed a bit and missed the target, and now the ball's thumped forward. A fortunate bounce there favours Magindi, and she kicks high inside forward 50 as the ball bounces free, and players running in everywhere, but Magindi again on the left foot kicks in towards goal, and here it's a one-on-one as the ball eludes everyone down there and spills to the ground, and again good defensive work, sees it hacked out, and now an opportunity for Nightcliff to bring it out of defence from Jessica Pick. She kicks it into the centre of the ground, but Palmerston set up back here. The hand pass goes astray, and Pollen gets a quick kick forward down towards half forward. Nightcliff have done pretty well to get this out of defence and get it forward. They just need to get their hands on it here and give themselves an opportunity going inside. And now that opportunity comes as the kick comes in. It slips over the back, but it's Palmerston with the numbers, and some good teamwork down there. Sees the ball come out of defence. Mark just spilt there in the contest, and now on the ground. Rabbits involved again, but Palmerston, just good teamwork through the hands, and Waterbury gets on the end of it and now kicks long towards half forward. Just steaming through out of defence was
it's Drew Cook.
Drew Cook, yeah.
The hair across the number there. Magindi hot on her tails in the 22 for Palmerston.
Yeah, but Cook's made about 40 metres there by just keeping the ball in front of her, and now that applies the tackle, but the hand pass is good. That ball spills out in the tackle, and that'll be a Nightcliff free kick, and that's Charlotte Reinsinger.
That was a frantic 10 minutes, I think, Stu. I don't think he drew breath. It's been very frantic, and Nightcliff are just starting to slow the ball down now. So try and catch their breath and see if they can get a forward entry that results in a score. But it is Palmerston again that are going to clear it out. Great trap there by Oliver again. She's definitely been in the best for Nightcliff tonight, and we hear the siren go. So just the 1 point scored that quarter by the Palmerston Magpies, Stu.
Yeah, and that suggests that it was an even contest, and it was, and just been caught up underneath a bit, but I'd like to see it get out into some space and get a bit more free flowing in the last quarter, and really that's what Nightcliff are going to have to do to try and get some scores on the board to give themselves a chance.
So we'll go to the 3/4 time break. It is Palmerston Magpies 3-5-23 leading Nightcliff 1 straight goal.
Goes for home and it's nailed an absolute ripstorter. From the pocket, and he's kicked an absolute ripper.
Welcome back to TIO Stadium in Darwin for the final quarter of this round 4 under-18 girls game between Palmerston and Nightcliff in the 2022-23 TIO NTFL competition. And it is Palmerston leading 2-5-23 to Nightcliff, one straight goal, Stu, but a much better and closer third quarter.
Yeah, it was, but Nightcliff with the work to do was Palmerston first into attack, and the kick in down there by Tashani Graham just over the boundary line on the full, I think. So a Nightcliff free kick, but they've got the length of the ground to go to get it into their scoring area as the ball spills to the front of the pack, picked up down there nicely by Oliver once again, but dispossessed. And now Palmerston have brought it in towards the top of the goal square here. That's a pretty rough tackle in the back.
And it's a shame because she did so well. She smothered the kick just prior to that, and was running in to Shani Graham to try and get that goal, but it is Nightcliff who'll clear it out over there in front of the in-track sign. Palmerston cutting it off. Palmerston player just throwing it on the boot, but I think that's landed on the line or gone out on the full.
In fact,
or play on.
Play on, the call. Graham again picks up, gets caught with the ball, and she's going to be penalised here for an incorrect disposal. So Nightcliff the chance to settle again deep in defence.
So the Nightcliff player just bringing it out again in front of the Wanderers side. Hannah Burgoyne again, who's been outstanding for the Tigers tonight, definitely in her team's best, pushes it forward on the far wing, and I think that's Murdoch who's a run across and got the handball away and chases their own handball trying to get it back again, but Palmerston again, Stu just bringing it out again, and that looks like Taylor Smith.
Yeah, she went for a run and
got caught.
Bounced the ball, got caught with it and without it, and so just lost control of the ball in the bounce and got caught. So Nightcliff an opportunity going forward. The ball comes over the back of the pack, and now if they can get some clean hands on it here, but reaching in and attempted kick forward. Now it is hooked over the shoulder, but it's Palmerston out in front with the numbers, and good defensive work by Taylor Smith once again for Palmerston. She thumped it back into the middle of the ground where Burgoyne once again was involved, and the ball comes over to Rabbit now, who kicks long inside forward 50. The ball just bounces free. Tackled down there was Wilson for Nightcliff, but Palmerston clear it away again to the outer side of the ground as Alexis Rowlands is involved. But
great pressure by Jessica Pick there, but
yes, might have been a high tackle.
Looking at the umpire's decision there, and it will be a free kick to Pick over on the far side in front of the old scoreboard.
So she swings the ball inboard going down towards half forward. It slips over the back and now kicked off the ground. Oh, terrific overhead mark taken down there by Lily Harden for Palmerston, and she kicks the ball into the corridor looking for her teammate there in Tashani Graham. Couldn't hold on to the mark, but she's still involved. But a quick kick forward, and this time it's chopped off defensively, and McDonald for Palmerston takes that intercept mark. And now
had a good second half, McDonald, for the Magpies. The kick going forward, Nightcliff looking to chop it off, but Palmerston just kicking it off the ground to their advantage. Player held there for Nightcliff without the ball, and she's going to get the free kick. I'm pretty sure that's Drew Cook with the long hair.
So Cook across half back, looking to move it on quickly now, runs past the player on the mark and chips it out to the outer side of the ground. Running onto it out there for Nightcliff is Nellie Thomas, and now kicks inboard. That's a good pass, and marks taken by Sahara Murdoch. Murdoch looking to move the ball on quickly, chips it down towards half forward. The ball spills to the front of the pack where Madison Cale's first there. She gets tackled as she picks up the ball, but running strongly out of defence is Sienna Kelly once again for Palmerston, and Nightcliff just working across half back. A throw has been called, and it's Palmerston who take that free kick, move it on quickly, but Nightcliff have got some numbers here, and running across there in defence is Cook once again, just paddles the ball in front of herself, but she gets overtaken in the race for the ball by Tia Graham there, and now Tashani Graham is dispossessed, and Nightcliff thump it forward into open space down towards half forward as players converge from different parts of the ground, working across really well defensively for Palmerston as Taylor Smith once again, and she got it forward, couldn't control it to a teammate, and the Nightcliff players swooped in, and unfortunately it's come off the boot there, and Lauritsen probably, and
Taylor Smith again with the ball. It's been a pretty even game except for that, couple of goals by Palmerston in the second quarter, though, Stu. Both teams have had a lot of the ball.
Yeah, that's right. Lily Harden over the back for Palmerston this time, gets it down to half forward, but it's best read in defence down there. And
Taylor Waterbury with the big tackle again. She's been outstanding tonight. So a very good player. Her Southern Districts aren't playing this weekend, so she's on a game permit to Palmerston, and I'm pretty sure they'd be pretty happy to have her, Stu. Yeah,
she's certainly been one of the dominant players on the ground tonight as the kick comes in towards goal and off the hands over the boundary line.
Taylor goes to boarding school down in Adelaide. As we're just looking on the ground in the midfield, there's a Tigers player down with what looks like an ankle injury, but umpire Andrew Wainwright will throw it up again in Palmerston's attacking area.
So running onto it in a dribble kick towards goal was
Talia Parry.
Talia Parry, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just the wrong side of the goalpost there. So first score for this final quarter, and Nightcliff have had a fair bit of possession but just haven't been able to hit the scoreboard and narrow that margin as they bring the ball grandstand side, and they've got some players in some space. If they can pick it up and kick it forward, they do now. Cook gets it down towards the wing, but strong across there was Tia Graham for Palmerston. She gets the ball inside 50 again, and Wilson, her kick's half smothered, but she gets back into the action again, picks up nicely, looks to hand pass, but I think the umpire said as she was swung in the tackling contest, the ball spilt free. So
yeah, it was a good second effort by Tanisha Wilson, but as you said, the umpire deemed it incorrect disposal. So a good kick out by Nightcliff there, hitting the centre square, but Palmerston player in Sienna Tia Graham, I'll get it right third time, pick it up.
Sienna Kelly kicks it in, but it's chopped off in defence, and Nightcliff defending strongly as Ashley Hughes goes to the outer side of the ground, and she finds a teammate out there in Ella Lauritsen.
Lovely kick out there, and Lauritsen's another name we've called a fair bit tonight, especially in the first half, so probably doesn't quite get onto that kick like she would have, and the ball's just going to hit the ground out there in front of Madison Cale for the Tigers.
Yeah, strong work by Cale, and managed to get it over to a teammate, and now they've got an opportunity to go forward as coming out, taking a strong mark, and now kicking down the centre of the ground where players are in some space again, and that kick's just half smothered at half forward, unfortunately for Nightcliff, as they've still got numbers around the ball if they can get it in the hands, and they do now. Burgle, and it is at half forward, who kicks long down towards full forward. They've got a 2-on-1 here. If they can get in some space, they do, and it's paddled out. Wilson gets involved, and strong defensive work again, and terrific work back there by Tia Graham for Palmerston as she clears it away, but her kick's not well directed, and it's Reisinger on the end of it. He takes the intercept mark and now thumps it back inside the forward 50 for Nightcliff, but again it's Smith for Palmerston who received the hand pass, ran out of defence and kicked it into the centre of the ground, but Kelly for it's in the centre, and it's Lily Harden who picks it up and drives it forward for Palmerston, and this time finds her teammate in Wilson at centre half forward. Yeah,
Wilson will be looking up to make up for that earlier Palmy play on, and it's Tashani Graham again there.
Yep, terrific play by Tashani Graham. Just trapped the ball and then picked up cleanly, ran around an opponent, and just a clean set of heels, ran towards goal and made no mistake with the finish. So she's been a strong player all night, and rewarded with a goal in the final quarter.
She certainly has, just running around two Nightcliff players there and putting it through for a goal in the pink boots. So the score now, Palmerston Magpies 30 leading Nightcliff 6, and the first goal we've seen since the second quarter, Stu.
Yeah, that's right. But Palmerston have controlled the game pretty well. As the clock ticks down, about 4 minutes to go, you would think that that the result is beyond doubt now. But there's still been some encouraging signs for Nightcliff. They just struggled to get any fluency moving the ball forward and into the forward half.
And just looking at their numbers, they've actually got less rotations on the bench too. So a lot of their players have had a lot more game time. I don't think Hannah Burgoyne and the likes of those have come off all night. Yeah,
I watched Nightcliff a week or two ago, and they had a couple of girls from the Arnhem Crows, I think, and they made a big difference to their side as they had a good win that night. But yeah, obviously missing some of those players tonight, and but it's, as you said, it's early in the season, and the opportunity to build going through the season as the kick comes forward from Lily Harden, and involved once again is Tashani Graham. Swings a hand pass across the top. Waterbury kicks deep into the forward pocket, but working back defensively there for Nightcliff is Ashley Hughes once again. She's swamped by Palmerston players, and now an opportunity to kick towards goal, but it's gone across the face and dribbling towards the boundary line, and now goes over.
Looks like Oliver there who'll pick it up for Nightcliff. She's been rock solid in defence for them all night, worked really hard. I don't think she's come off either. So coming up to the 11.5-minute mark of this fourth quarter, you're watching AFLNT's coverage of the 2022-23 TIO NTFL season.
So that quick kick out looks like it's Kelly there who almost intercept marks, but Smith gets involved again, hooks the kick down towards goal. It bounces this time over the boundary line next to the behind post. And
the umpire indicating out of bounds. It is umpiring round this round, Stu, and as we know, it's a great way to get fit. So if anyone wants to join the NTFL umpires, check out their Facebook page and they'll let you know where to go to training.
So Waterbury doing the ruck work and then follows up doing her own work on the ground, and it was a fair hand pass according to the umpire. Quick kick forward by Kelly. Out of defence there for Nightcliff was Ashley Hughes. Just got a toe to the ball and saw it over the boundary line. And yes, umpires need all the support they can get and all the numbers they can get. Don't be shy about getting involved if you're half inclined, that's for sure.
And just look at Emma Stark from St Mary's, who's a junior player, and she's umpired the AFLW this year at the age of 16 or 17.
Yep, 16, that's right.
Outstanding by Emma.
Yep, and yeah.
Cooper Rainey, another one, doing the boundary umpires, and Isabel Rawthorne. So we've had quite a few push up to that elite level, and we see Rani Tiller there for Palmerston in the 32. She's been very busy tonight, and she'll look to kick a goal here.
Kicks on the way. She's just pushed that one right, unfortunately, for Palmerston, and a behind only. So just over a minute to go in this match at TIO Stadium tonight, and it's been it's fantastic initiative to bring under 18s football, both girls and boys, to the television coverage, and of course we look forward to under 18 boys match tomorrow between St Mary's and Wanderers tomorrow morning. So that should be a terrific contest, both teams showing some form early in the season. Yeah, big weekend of footy again. We love it up here in the Northern Territory in Darwin, where we have footy all season round. So, and the women's football space just continues to grow. The under-10s competition, I was down there this week, Stu, and the first time they've had all girls teams, and my daughter was pretty rapt to run out with all her mates, and yeah, fantastic way to start their football journey early in the under-10s. So Nightcliff have worked the ball to the centre of the ground now, trying to run away from the pack there with Sahara Murdoch. She got caught with the ball, and it'll be a Palmerston free kick, and if they get time to take it, they won't as the siren goes, but I think Taylor Smith wants to take the kick anyway.
She's had a lot of it tonight, Taylor Smith, and I actually had her in the best for Palmerston, along with Taylor Waterbury. Bonnie McNeil was great in defence. Rani Tiller ran all night. Palmerston had a lot of contributors for the Tigers. I thought Pollen and Oliver were great in defence. Burgoyne was sensational for them in the middle, and Murdoch got a lot of the ball. She threw herself at the bottom of the pack a lot as well.
Yeah, but in the end, a pretty convincing win to Palmerston, and I take a lot of confidence out of that. But Nightcliff showed some signs, and as we said, a few players out from last time they played, so a long season ahead and opportunities for both teams to forge themselves and press towards finals later in the season.
Absolutely. So the final score here at TIO Stadium in Darwin was the Palmerston Magpies 4-7-31 defeating Nightcliff 1 straight goal 6. Thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you at the next game.
The Magpies are a mighty club, we know. We're on the way to victory, let's go. We'll fight the fight, we'll show our might, we'll do our best for the black and white. Oh, we're mighty proud of the mighty black and white. We're mighty proud of the mighty black and white. The Magpies are a mighty club, we know. We celebrated our Magpie club, let's go. We'll win the fight, we'll show our might, we'll do our best for the black and white. Oh, we're